Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Marty DeGromo Live. As you can see, we have guests today. Robin, the Voice Noble, Dan Street, and Mike Ellis. And we're going to go over a few things. Like I said, thank you very much for being here. I got to check my YouTube channel. Okay, everything's good. Um, yeah, thanks for being here. Today we're going to talk about a few things. It's going to be a round robin type thing. We'll all have something. No pun intended, Robin. We're going to go over a few things that have to do with being ready and little items that you can do. Get out of your mind the marketing. We're not going to talk about something that, oh, I can't do that. But listen, you came to Unpassive because obviously you don't know how to do marketing. And I will not talk to you about marketing. We're not going to talk about that. What we're going to first do, we're going to address is being ready, and when ready means, I know some people, there's a couple things we can talk about. I'm going to graze over and let everybody else really talk about it. Are you migrated? Really simple thing. And I've had a lot of people tell me, yeah, I'm migrated. Why do you keep asking? I said, do you have the emblem of founders in your back office in your profile section? No, then you're not migrated correctly. You migrated as a customer, not as a founder. Then you tell them the process to get out again and redo it. Those videos are there. They're in the back office. If you need help, people know how to do it. And you can contact me. Also, I do have a video explaining that. Profile. When you go to your OES, is it filled out? Is your name there? You have your telephone number, your what country you're from, everything. And by the way, if you see that your Vatican City, which is the default, and you can't change it, it will not change unless you put the country code of your phone number first. The United States is one. I believe Canada might be one also. But anyway, that has to be there with your phone number. Then save it, and it will be fine. Are you caught up in where we are in the journey? Too many people are going, well, what if this and what about that? And if this happens, and what about the KYC? Listen, get to where we are. And Robin has said this at least 292,000 times. Stay in the now. Stay now. Don't keep going ahead. Nobody's going to be left behind. But at least get to now. Because trust me, if you get to now, you're going to know the answers. I hear people ask questions. I'm thinking, well, if they really knew the 1% I know, let's say, that question would have never come out of their mouth because it would be answered by what we've done so far, where we have gone in this journey. And none of that's hidden. There's videos about every step we took everywhere, from Burj Khalifa to, everything is documented with videos. So take the time to get caught up. I know some people either been sick or something happened where they didn't stay in touch. You have the time. Another part of being ready, the package are coming out. We've known the packages were coming eventually. During this time, puts a little money away so that you have the money to purchase the products that you want. And remember, to get a commission, you need to own the product first. And it's only fair, legit, and it's just the way business should be. You can't get commissions on something you don't already own. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Robin, and then Robin will turn it over to Dan or Mike, and we'll keep going. Thank you very much.
Hi, Marty, Dan, Mike. It's wonderful to be back on screen and with you. You're so special, and this is such a wonderful time to be doing this. I'm just going to say ditto to everything Marty said. I think he was reading my notes over my shoulder. I'm going to take this backwards, and I am going to say some of what Marty has said again, because this is the point in time where not only by being in the now, we have the opportunity to double check everything that we have and that we own currently in our positions. And we need to make sure that they are up to date. This week alone, I helped 20 founders migrate from O-founders and their GoFounder accounts into the OES. Very simple to do. And it's very simple to do if you need help I can help you get on the phone. We do it. We need to sometimes reset a password or an OTP. And that's why sometimes it's easier to do it with somebody else. We've done so many of these. And if you haven't done them before, it does not take long to do it. We are emphasizing this because we know and understand. We've been part of this journey from back in 2019, 2018, late 2018. And we have followed Ash throughout the webinars, his step-by-step leading us and helping us to understand what we're doing. And we're now at the time where we want to make sure that everything is ready for ourselves, first and foremost, and then out of kindness and responsibility to help those that we helped and suggested and who decided to join us in ONPASSIVE. So my feeling of responsibility continues until people start purchasing, and then it's their business. It's up to them at that point. So I am going to take you through some of the steps to remind you what needs to be done. If you have not migrated yet from the OFounders account to OES, to our ONPASSIVE ecosystem, please do that sooner rather than later, because your account, your position, will then be included in the active database with the company. And that's exactly the reason why you joined. You want to be part of that active file. So migrate your position from OFounders to the OES. Then you go in and you check your profile, make sure that your nationality is correct, make sure your phone number is correct. And there are other countries that pop up. A little thing that we didn't know for so long, and I'm not being a techie person, I didn't even know this until somebody said, Robin, by the way, there is an edit button in that profile section. You have to click on the edit button in order to make the changes, and for them to stick, you have to click the save button. Well, it makes so much sense when you're actually shown or identified that that's what needs to be done. We know how to save things, and I don't know why I didn't, but I couldn't understand why my nationality kept flipping back to the original non-Canada. So these are the little things to look for. In addition to that, it is vitally important that you see the ONPASSIVE Founders logo in your profile section and on the dashboard section of that OES. If you don't have that, you have registered as a customer. You need to then close that, delete that account, and go back to the OFounders account and re-register. Don't cancel your whole account in the OFounders account. Otherwise, you're gone, and there's no way we can get that back for you. So follow the step-by-steps. If you have any problems, if you have any questions or concerns, so many founders are out there to help, willing to make this as simple as possible for you. But this time now is critical if you want to be part of this as we all move into the next step. The other thing is to catch up. If you've, for whatever reason, you've been busy, you've been working, life has taken over, it's possible. But the update section in the OFounders back office is full of information. It's full of good webinar recordings. It's full of the notes from the various webinars with Ash. And you don't need to go all the way back, but at least go back, I would say, 6 to 8 weeks. It's easy reading. Take one at a time with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, put your feet up, and focus on it, because there is so much information that's been coming out recently, and the pearls and the nuggets that are dropping every day when Ash comes into a webinar. You want to know about these things. And it's great when you see these webinars, but this should not be your only source of information, especially if you can't make it live. The information in the back office is fantastic. You just maybe need to know where to go and find it. So that is in the OFounders update section. The pop-ups are also important, and we have 2 pop-ups running usually. The lesser of the 2 now is going to be the OFounders back office. It's going into the banner section, which is on the dashboard of the OES. Start getting used to looking at that banner section. It does expand when you click on it, and that's where the more up-to-date information will be posted. We are veering away from the OFounders website completely. OES is where our bank is going to be for our own wallets, for our own businesses. That is our business center, the OES. So you want to be part of this. And the other thing to realize, sorry, just 2 more things, and then I'll pass it off to my dear friends. The one is, to be part of all of this again in the OES, you need to click Become an Affiliate. Because when you click on that button, the NDA comes up and you want to sign that again. That makes you active in ONPASSIVE. That again puts the key in the ignition and starts the motor on the transactions and the partnership of what we have with ONPASSIVE. So please, there's no charge to do that. Click on Become an Affiliate, and that will happen. Sign it, submit it, boom, you're set. Now, last step to do within all of this to bring you absolutely up to date is we have 2 free trials currently running. We have OConnect and we have OTracker. Again, you want to be seen as active in the major database of ONPASSIVE information, click on both of those 2 trials to activate them. And they will upload themselves. You'll see you've got X number of days depending on where it is in the system, but each person who activates for the first time gets the full length of each of those trials. You don't have to use them, but you've activated them. Again, that shows the company that you are wanting to be part of this system and be part of the process. So that's where I'm going to leave you for now. I'm going to hand you over to, I'll let Mike and Dan sort it out, and they're going to fill in some other gaps and some other pieces of information that are vitally important at this stage of where we sit now as we start to move forward.
Dan, go ahead. You first.
Okay. Well, I think Marty and Robin pretty much covered all of the aspects of the back, all you have to do and your due diligence. And I think that's a key word, is due diligence. We all have to, this is our business. This is our company. This is something that we have to organize. And any way you want to organize this company, you can do it. But you have to know the basics. You have to know the fundamentals. You have to be able to migrate through your back office. And if you haven't migrated, as Robin and Marty says, get it done. And if you have questions on how to do it, there's plenty of people out there that can help you. I think that it's very, very important to also go to the onpassive.com website and look at the blogs, read the blogs, educate yourself on the type of business that you're getting into, because it is mind-blowing. All of the technology, the AI technology, the IT technology that is available to all of us. And don't get all wrapped up. I think I can speak for all of us here. When Marty didn't want to talk too much about marketing, and I don't either, but I do want to make something pretty clear. And I think I can speak, again, I think I can speak for all of us here when we say you can't market or you can't recruit. I want to clarify what we mean. It means that we're talking about the 99% who haven't developed the necessary skills to market effectively. Okay, and that's because they probably got involved with the company and that doesn't have the skills either. And they failed because of the fact that they were taught to throw enough numbers against the wall and have maybe hopefully someone would stick. So it isn't that you can't. We want to emphasize this. I don't like telling anybody they can't do anything. It's that you haven't been able to do it yet. And now, there's some people that don't have any desire at all, and they don't have to with ONPASSIVE. And there's people that have all these creative bones in their body just ready to burst, and they want to learn all the skills that ONPASSIVE is going to provide them. And they can hardly wait to get started with these tools and create all these fun marketing campaigns, and it's going to be a blast for them. So ONPASSIVE allows you to develop these skills and everything the way you desire. And the good news is that we have while you're learning these skills, we have the most amazing marketing and advertising campaigns running for you, building your business right now. And so you are going to be able to learn from the best. I have never seen more creative group of people than I have with Mohammed Nazal and his crew. So you are learning from the best. So that's all I have for right now. We can get into some of the preparation stuff maybe on round 2, but just keep in mind that you are in the right place and you've got the right you've got the right tools to learn from the right people, and ONPASSIVE is going to work for you in every way, shape, or form. Okay, go ahead,
Yeah,
Mike.
that's great, Dan. Really, everything that's been said by these three is spot on. Listen to them, do the things they're asking you to do. I'm going to ask Marty when he gets it back to maybe explain the difference between an affiliate and a founder, because there is a little bit of difference between what a founder is going to do and what an affiliate's going to do. But I really want to talk about the macro of ONPASSIVE, and what this does. It just brings clarity for those individuals that are new. You're just not quite sure what's going to be happening with ONPASSIVE. And when I talk about the macro of ONPASSIVE, you need to look at ONPASSIVE as this absolutely beautiful machine with all these different tools, all these different products, and they're all integrated and they all work together. That is what Mr. Mufareh has given us. He's given us this beautiful machine. Everything's integrated. Everything's working together. The marketing will be done by the machine. And when you think about it, all you have to do, as Robin said earlier, you have to come in and you have to do something. What do you do initially? You have to turn the key. You have to turn the machine on. And once you turn that machine on, it starts working for you. This is how Ash envisioned this whole system of ONPASSIVE. And when we think about ONPASSIVE and turning on the machine, and Mr. Mufareh talked about this the other day, in order to do that, this is your business. As Dan said, this is your business, and there are things you have to do to engage and be able to turn that machine on. And one of the things you have to do, and everybody here, obviously, you've done a lot of this already, you have to have a way to come on the internet, whether it's a phone, which is okay to start with, but Mr. Mufareh said, yeah, the phone is great, but you really want a computer. You want a big screen. You want to be able to come on and do all the things you're going to be able to do within ONPASSIVE. So ONPASSIVE, it is this massive machine that's going to go to work for you. And when we think about ONPASSIVE, as you come in and you start to engage with ONPASSIVE, Robin talked about the free trial periods that we have with some of the products of ONPASSIVE. Whether or not you're a marketer or not, it really does not matter. As you come into ONPASSIVE and you see the products of ONPASSIVE, which you will own one day, and one day very, very soon, because that's how we get paid. We own the products. ONPASSIVE goes to work for us. Excuse me, brings in customers. Those customers land under you. They buy. You make a commission. But you should know something about the products of ONPASSIVE. And I'll take OConnect. OConnect is the first product that's going to be coming out. You should know a little something about OConnect. How do you do that? You come in, you get the free trial with OConnect, and you do an OConnect. And I don't care why you do an OConnect. It is a video conferencing platform, a webinar platform, and you can come in and do a webinar with family and friends. And it doesn't matter what you talk about. You can have a game night. You can have just a conversation between family. Maybe you have family on the East Coast or the West Coast, and you just want to get everybody together. You come in and you use the product of ONPASSIVE. One, because it's superior. You're absolutely going to love it. It makes it so easy to communicate between people. But it's something you need to do because ONPASSIVE is your business. You know, we don't talk about marketing a whole lot because there are so many facets of marketing. Most people aren't going to go that deep into it. But as ONPASSIVE comes out with the paid products to the commercial, worldwide paid projects commercially to the world, you are going to be getting customers coming in and using those products and landing in your organization. And the products knowing a little bit about the products gives you the ability when people ask you, and here's the magic of ONPASSIVE. I don't care who you are, the people you know, your family, your friends, your colleagues in work, they always come in and they ask you, how are you doing? That happens to all of us. And I know up to date, there are a lot of people within ONPASSIVE that when they ask you how you're doing, you really don't bring up ONPASSIVE because you're not quite sure what to do and how to do it, how to introduce it, how to talk about it. But as ONPASSIVE launches, you're going to find that because you're starting to develop an income, because money is starting to come into your pockets, and people ask you how you're doing, and we're all this way. We want to give people good news. You're going to say, well, you know, I'm doing pretty good. I really am. This company I'm with, because of it, I'm able to pay off my car, or I can pay all my monthly bills now, and it doesn't depend on the job that I have. There will be a reason for you to tell them about ONPASSIVE because it's working for you and you're excited about what's happening. When that happens, that's when the marketing kicks in, and you're going to tell them about ONPASSIVE, and then what do you do from there? And this again is the genius behind Mr. Mufareh. As we look at each product that ONPASSIVE is bringing out to the market for you and I, those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE, he has not only given us an introductory content to put in front of people, but after that, after people have some interest in what you're doing and the products of ONPASSIVE, he's given us another page that goes into it in more depth. So it's going to be very, very easy when people ask what you're doing, what products you're using, to put those in front of them because of the content that Mr. Mufareh and his team are developing for us. So as we look at the macro picture of ONPASSIVE, all of this is done. You need to do everything that Marty and Dan and Robin are talking about. That's part of your business. That's part of engaging and working the business. But when you look at ONPASSIVE, don't worry about what you have to do or what you can do, because the way Mr. Mufareh has set it up, everything is right there for you. And as we move forward and the income starts to come into each and every one of us, we have the time to figure out how we're going to use those tools within ONPASSIVE that are given to us. And when you do that, you are going to be able to escalate and cut time frames and get to that place where you're making the kind of money you want to make, maybe taking care of all your bills or whatever your goals are. You're going to be able to do that. And the last thing I'll say about ONPASSIVE, and again, you're going to have time to learn all of this. Everything that we're talking about today, it is unlimited. We are never going to cap the amount of money you can make. We're never going to cap the size of business you can grow. We're never going to cap how much you can scale your business. And a lot of these terms you might not understand yet, but you will as time goes by. And then you're going to have the opportunity to either let ONPASSIVE build your business for you, or actually come in and help what ONPASSIVE is doing for you and cut those time frames. So we're in a really, really cool place right now. As Ash said, things are imminent. If you're just in right now, get ready, because I believe very, very shortly, the products are going to be launched to the global market, and we're going to be able to come in and buy the products of ONPASSIVE. When you do that, now ONPASSIVE can go to work for you and actually start putting sales underneath you, and you make a commission. That's where we all want to be. It's an exciting place to be. And then from there, there's a lot more than that, but I'm going to leave it right there for now. And maybe Marty can tell you the difference between founders and affiliates just very, very quickly, because I know that question is out there. Marty, go ahead.
For 1 minute, Robin had something to add. I want to let everybody know, thank you for being here. We have 480 people today. That's fantastic. And Robin had a couple more comments.
Have at it.
I've just had a lot of messages come through from people who are actually listening to us. So thank you so much. And saying thank you for the information that we're giving. One of the things that we're doing is we're addressing specifically to help people with one position feel comfortable. So much talk has been given about multiple positions, do this and multiple this and the next thing. We're talking specifically to start with one position. However, please know that everything that we're saying for one position needs to be done for each of your positions if you hold more than one. So it is important. And one of the questions I've received again recently is that, do I have to activate and migrate all of my positions from OFounders to the OES? The answer is yes, if you want to be part of the earning processes and the commissions that will be available to us through the sale of the products. part of the reason why I think most of us joined ONPASSIVE is to be able to earn an extra source of income. So by not activating, you are blocking yourself. The company cannot work with you if you have not taken these simple preliminary steps to set it all up. As I say, it's the key that needs to go into the ignition so that it starts. If you don't put that key in and follow the steps through to get that key into the ignition, then unfortunately you will be left behind. But that's a choice some people may want to do and make. If you don't wish to migrate, that's up to you, but you will not be part of the overall bigger picture that's being discussed all the time. The other thing too is you do not have to use each of your accounts that you may have if you have more than one, but you do need to set up the OMail, and the proper steps need to be taken to include you in that, with that position, again, into the massive database of active positions and founders. So please understand that all of this comes back to your choice. But if your choice is not to do these steps, then unfortunately you will not be part of the initial coming out of the gate as somebody else who has taken them. And if you wait 2, 3, 4, 6 months, even up to a year down the road to activate and to migrate these positions, you will have lost all these months worth of potential earnings through the sales and the commissions received through the sales of what others are doing and what the company is doing. So this is really, really important. And this is why we're having this today, for you to hear the different perspectives of how important it is, what you need to do. Very simple to do, especially if you have not migrated yet. That is the easiest step to rectify. So please reach out to the person who helped to bring you in. Reach out to any of us. We are here willing to help you. It's so simple to do if you've not done it. So this is how we want to help and continue. Marty, thank you.
Fantastic. I'm glad you brought that up, actually. Very good. Yeah, Mike was talking about affiliate and founder. Listen, there was an opportunity which had closed down over a year ago that you could be a founder of this company and go through the journey. And some people elected to do that. 4 of us are here right now. That's been closed down. But a founder, like Robin just said, also has to come into the system and become an affiliate. That's where you come in. If you're an affiliate, you come in, all the rules apply. There might be other perks for founders, but that's what happened to people that early bird, they got in, and whatever that is, we don't know. It hasn't been discussed. And there, even if there isn't, it doesn't matter. I'm so overjoyed with what we have. But that's pretty much the difference. The other difference as far as affiliate, usually what people are used to be an affiliate in some other so-called business, which I haven't, they're more like a flash in the pan, is they make you pay to be an affiliate, and then you have to purchase so much to maintain that affiliate. That is not the case in ONPASSIVE. You can become affiliate as soon as you come in. You sign an NDA, which gives the right, and it's a non-disclosure agreement. You're agreeing to the terms of the company, so they, in turn, are able to pay you commission if you have commission coming. And commission comes the legit way. Something has to be paid. Commissions are not paid upon how many people you can recruit. That is why we're all here. I hate that system. I don't like the way it works. And boom, that's why we're here. I want to thank everybody for being here. Does anybody else have anything else? Dan Street does, so let's go to him before I close out.
Yeah, I just like to, we talk about preparation, and I know this is kind of near and dear to my heart, and it's one of those things that is, it's one of those fundamental issues, but it's something that I just like to get people thinking about as far as preparation. We're talking about the preparation of ONPASSIVE and what you need to do with your OES. And as Robin was saying, each one of the positions that you have is a separate business. Now, each one of those positions, yes, you have to activate it. Now, you can purchase, one of the things we didn't mention is that if you want to earn commissions in each one of those businesses, you have to purchase the product in each one of those businesses. And that's another stream of income for that other position you have. If you let it remain idle, you will not generate commissions for that particular position. So you can use from your main position, you can use the commissions that are generated to fund some of these other positions as well. So it's a process where you do need to be engaged. You need to be engaged and learn the step-by-steps. The last thing I would like to just bring up is the fact that start the conversations with people as far as your preparation for with someone you trust about getting involved with a CPA, getting involved with maybe estate planning, or maybe starting an LLC. These are things that don't be intimidated by them. They aren't hard. There's a lot of really neat educational videos out there that are like LLC or Living Trust 101, but it's important stuff. I put people in two groups. One of them are people that are just getting started in this business that don't have maybe a large customer base yet, and they can learn this as I like what Mike said the other day on a webinar. He said, take a breath. You know, you're going to be earning commissions, and you can learn how to organize your business and set up these things that are important for you and your family while you're earning commissions. Now, the other group of people are people that have been involved with ONPASSIVE for a long period of time. And they might have a big team. A lot of us that were founders from the very beginning have developed a pretty big team. Well, the sense of urgency for you folks might be a little more to gather this information, find out somebody you trust, look at some of these videos, and I'd be more than happy to help you. My friend, and you all know him, Daryl Cook, and I have had many, many conversations. He's very, 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 very educated on this and knowledgeable about this, and it shouldn't be something you should be intimidated by. It just should be something that, look at the difference between a living will and a trust, or a living trust and a will. And there's some significant differences and stuff that you should be aware of. So that's all I had, and that's part of the preparation mode that all of us should be in when we're starting this business. That's all I have, Marty.
Marty, if I may. Realistic expectations and putting things into context. We are all in it to win it. The fact that you are in with ONPASSIVE means that you are going to win with ONPASSIVE. But keep your expectations real in the now as you're doing all these other steps we've talked about today, as well as logging in, if not every day, every couple of days, because information is going to be coming fast and furious. Please remember and keep this in mind that the finances that you are hoping and ultimately will receive may not be the amount right out of the gate. So somebody with one position is going to receive. Are they going to receive the same amount as somebody else who has multiple positions? I would seriously think that's not the case. So let's just keep this in a realistic bubble of what is happening. And there's no right and there's no wrong in any of this. We came in knowing, having a feeling, trusting, and wanting to be part of something that's going to make a difference in this world. So just know that you are in the right place and you will achieve what you are hoping to achieve through the steps that you're doing today and through active step-by-step participation as it comes down in the future as well. But for right now, we are all here together. We're all here to help each other. And I'm so proud of the people that I work with and that I have learned from. 3 gentlemen on the screen with me right now. And I'm so appreciative and grateful to the friendships that have developed and I know will continue to develop as we move forward in ONPASSIVE. Thank you, Marty, so much. Dan and Mike, wonderful to be with you both again. I've missed you guys, and thank you for including me, Marty.
You threatened me. I'm just kidding, Robin. Anybody else have anything? Mike,
I'm good, Marty.
Whoa. I'm in shock.
We could go on for another 3 hours, Marty, because we brought up a lot of things here, but
I know.
I think we're good. I think people get the gist of what's going on. Stay engaged, do what you need to do. As ONPASSIVE launches the paid products, Mr. Mafar is going to come out. the clarity will get clearer and clearer and clearer. Believe me, you're going to be fine. Go ahead, Marty.
Absolutely. Look, it's getting kind of late. I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm not going to do a shout out today, but I want to tell everybody it's appreciated way beyond you believe. I'm very fortunate. I've been with these two guys for 10 years or more, and with Robin for about 4.5 years. And trust me, we're surrounded by the best. Everyone wants to help. I've never been in a company like that where everybody's together and tries to help each other. So if you can lend a hand, guide somebody, help them. Maybe they don't understand the jargon. I get it. I've confused people because I go too fast. But go with somebody that you can understand and get things right. We're all in it together. God bless everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon.